Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first episode of Adrenaline. We are Shoe City Wrestling, and we are coming to you live from Providence, Rhode Island. We have a phenomenal night of action tonight, including a no disqualification match for the Shoe City Entertainment Championship, but we're kicking things off right now with one-on-one action, and is this who I think it is? It is! Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Drifter, Elias. The Drifter really living up to his name. Not from this promotion, but then again, doesn't really have anywhere to go, seeing his former employer is now no longer in business. If you don't know about that situation, ladies and gentlemen, click the link below in the description and you will find out more about what's going on here tonight and with the rest of professional wrestling going forward. All you need to know right now is that Elias is here in Providence, Rhode Island at Adrenaline for Shoe City Wrestling's first ever show. And if this is a sign of things to come, I am really excited for the night ahead. Well, this is a voting. Oh man! Ladies and gentlemen, it's Chris Jericho. One of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time. As it says on the back of his shorts, this man has accomplished everything that there is to accomplish in professional wrestling. A 9-time Intercontinental Champion, former United States Champion, former World Heavyweight Champion, former Tag Team Champion, former European Champion, an IWGB Intercontinental Champion. What else do I have to say? He beat The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin in the same night. An absolute legend. He has a victory over Ricky the Dragon Steamboat at WrestleMania. And perhaps we're going to see a sign of respect for the legend Chris Jericho from Elias, and I spoke too soon. And that definitely got underneath Jericho's skin. Maybe thought the younger, greener Elias was going to show some respect to the legend, but Elias going right for Jericho. Obviously, Elias feels like he has something to prove. And this is a battle between basically a folk singer, a folk star, and a self-proclaimed rock star. Even though Jericho does have a band, but that's neither here nor there. A quick pinfall situation for Elias. Whipping Jericho into the corner. Elias in control of this matchup. Then Jericho catches that kick and drives his elbow into the leg, but Elias just slamming Jericho to the mat. One. Only a 1 count. And I don't know if maybe it was just because of the way this match started, but I don't see the same flair that I usually see out of Jericho. Elias has been in control of this matchup from the beginning, but Jericho, maybe I spoke too soon, catching Elias from the top rope. Oh no, Elias flips out of it and hits him in the clothesline. Elias got an answer for everything and putting his feet on the ropes now. One. Only a 1 count. Couldn't capitalize off of cheating. And now Jericho's sending Elias into the ropes. He takes that shot from Jericho and hits Jericho with a shot of his own. And now an Irish whip into the corner. Elias not backing down from Chris Jericho. And Jericho, surprisingly enough, is down right now. And Elias with another Thez press into another pin predicament. 1. And only a 1 count. Jericho's still in this match, but he's taking a beating from Elias early on. And Elias is taking this time to sit in the corner and taunt Chris Jericho, which I don't know if that's what you want to do, as Jericho now quickly taking control back in this matchup. Driving his elbow into the top of the head of Elias. And maybe now Elias is going to start realizing he's going to have to take Chris Jericho seriously. And there's a right hand, a hard right hand from Jericho, but Elias able to get out of that grappling situation. Irish whip, Jericho reverses with an elbow. And now what's Jericho going for here? Perhaps a powerbomb. No, Elias reverses out of it. Elias has done his homework on Jericho, clearly. We didn't know they were going to be facing him. What a reverse neck breaker there. But Jericho too close to the ropes to get a pinfall. Like, we didn't know these guys were going to fight, but obviously Elias knew what he was getting himself into, taking on Chris Jericho here tonight. This is the first match in our company's history, so there is a bar to be set. And now Jericho working the neck of Elias, but Elias back into control. Elias does not want to take a loss here. He wants to make history. He wants to defeat the legend of Chris Jericho here tonight. And what a German suplex, Jericho landing awkwardly on his neck, but quickly getting back to his feet. Obviously he's okay, sidestepping a clothesline from Elias and a shot to the back. And now, could he be going for the walls of Jericho out of nowhere? Elias is in a bad situation. Is he gonna tap? Is Elias gonna tap out to Chris Jericho? Out of nowhere, the veteran Chris Jericho puts on the walls, but Elias able to power out of it. Missing a clothesline there, and now Jericho, what's he going for? Irish whip, sends him up in the air into a code breaker. He tossed Elias into the air into a code breaker. Now he's dragging him into the middle of the ring. It's gotta be it. 1, 2, oh my God. 2 7/8 of a second. Chris Jericho, out of nowhere, almost stole this matchup from Elias. Went for a senton from the second rope. Elias gets out of the way into a backslide now. 1, 2. But Jericho getting out, unable to roll up. Jericho there. Both of these men staring each other down, asking each other almost, what is it going to take to put each other away? Elias with a slam there. Now working Jericho's back. Another reverse neck breaker. But I don't think Elias is done now. What's he going for? Oh my goodness. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. You can count to 100. Elias with a very impressive showing here tonight. Let's take a look at some of the action. Jericho. You got to give it to Jericho, man. Pulling the walls of Jericho out of nowhere. After Elias had total control of the match, and then following it up with a code breaker out of nowhere. Literally sending him in the air for a code breaker. I don't even think Elias could have prepared for that. But nevertheless, bringing him to the center of the ring, Elias still had enough strength stored up from not taking abuse in the beginning of the matchup to kick out. And then he tried to roll him up, but Jericho, perhaps on instinct alone, able to kick out. But at the end of the day, it didn't matter. The Drifter drifted his way over to Shoe City Wrestling and picked up a victory over Chris Jericho. I'm sure wherever he goes to next, he's going to be singing a song about this one. More action to come, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned.